In the kingdom of Brightwell, where the banners fluttered like ribbons and the gardens smelled of sweet apple blossoms, lived a little princess named Liora. At 10 years old, she was small, cheerful, and always a little bit muddy because every morning, before lessons, before breakfast, and sometimes even before sunrise, she hurried out to the royal stables to visit her favorite friend in the whole world, a gentle chestnut pony named Marigold. Marigold was not just any pony. She had a long, silky mane, the color of honey, and she nickered softly whenever she heard Liora's footsteps, as if she'd been waiting all night for her. Liora brushed her coat, fed her crunchy carrots, and whispered secrets into her warm, furry neck. Today, Liora announced one morning as she tightened the little saddle, we're going on a quest. Marigold flicked her ears as if she understood perfectly, because Liora didn't just play, she pretended. Her imagination was a grand kingdom all on its own, and her favorite thing of all was to act like her beloved cartoon hero, Starshine Knight, the brave adventurer who saved worlds with kindness, courage, and a magical blue cape. So Liora tied a bright blue ribbon around her shoulders, letting it flutter behind her like a tiny cape. She climbed onto Marigold's back, and together they trotted across the palace fields, transformed by Liora's imagination into enchanted forests and glowing meadows. Look out, Marigold, she cried. The Shadow Goblins are after the Crystal of Light. Marigold snorted dramatically her version of a heroic battle cry. They galloped between tall oaks that became towering castle walls, past flower beds that became volcanoes, and over the little garden bridge that, in Liora's eyes, it was the famous rainbow arch of Starshine Valley. Whenever she swung her pretend sword, which was actually just a stick, she shouted lines from the cartoon, for justice, for bravery, for snacks afterward. Her favorite part of every adventure came right before the big pretend battle. She always leaned down close to Marigold's mane and whispered, "Don't worry, we're the good guys. We always win." And they always did. After an hour of saving imaginary kingdoms, Liora led Marigold to the apple grove behind the stables. She laid on her back in the grass, cape spread out beneath her, while Marigold grazed beside her. The sky was a soft morning blue, and the leaves above her sang with wind. "Someday," she said to the pony, "I'll be a real hero, not just in games. I'll help people for real, just like Starshine Knight." Marigold lowered her muzzle and nudged her shoulder gently, as if saying, "You already are." When lunchtime came, the royal tutors searched the palace hallways, shaking their heads. "Princess Liora is late again," they sighed with a mixture of annoyance and fondness. But everyone knew where she would be. In the stables. With Marigold. Cape tied, smile bright, imagination soaring. Liora hugged Marigold, dreaming of rescuing the Moon Queen tomorrow. The pony nickered softly. Princess Liora skipped back toward the castle, her blue ribbon fluttering behind her like a brave little cape. She was a princess, yes, but in her heart, she was also an adventurer, a dreamer, and the best friend a pony could ever have. And tomorrow, her imaginary world would open its gates to her once more.